is KCAL News, Los Angeles.
Welcome to KCAL News at 11 on CBS Los Angeles and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rudabeh Shabazi. Chaos inside an Orange County bank ends with a suspect shot and killed by police. And we're told the man entered the Wells Fargo branch in Fullerton yesterday carrying a box he said was a bomb. KCAL News reporter Cara Finstrom has details from Fullerton.
Fullerton PD says the suspect who an officer shot and killed was in his 70s. We are still waiting to learn more about him, but detectives saying they believe he went into this bank branch behind us here and used a fake bomb to rob it. Take a look. You can see SWAT teams, bomb squads responding with guns drawn as fearful bank employees and a customer run out. This was around 5 yesterday evening, closing time at this bank branch on West Bastoncherry Road. Witnesses say that a man wearing a mask demanded money and then showed a white box which appeared to have a bomb in it. Officers say they were able to contact employees with a phone, and when the suspect came out, he was still holding that box, which also now had stolen money in it. They say at least one officer ended up firing, killing him. The Orange County Sheriff's Bomb Squad later determined that the item had been made to look like an explosive, but was not one. A police spokesperson says thanks to 911 calls, they did get here quickly.
Officers arrived within 2 minutes and immediately began attempting to evacuate the employees. While inside of the bank, witnesses stated the suspect produced what appeared to be an explosive device. This is terrifying for anybody, any situation like this, for officers responding, employees inside the business, and anybody standing by watching.
And numerous investigations are now underway into that crime itself, as well as the use of that deadly police force. Cara Finstrom, KCAL News.
Nurses at City of Hope National Medical Center in Duarte are holding a rally this morning. They say they're worried about patient safety and what they call chronic short staffing.
We want to be able to have resource nurses so that our nurses can have the breaks that they need during their 12-hour shifts. We want to have the ratios needed to provide the safe care that our patients deserve.
The registered nurses' contracts run out at the end of April. Their negotiations began back in February. City of Hope just gave us this statement saying, quote, "We truly value the contributions of our nurses to patient care, and we are committed to a contract that ensures a safe and productive work environment, a compensation structure that aligns with their critical role, as well as a strong professional development and benefits package." Searchers are still trying to find 6 people who went into the water when a bridge collapsed in Baltimore as investigators try to learn why a cargo ship crashed into the bridge, bringing it down. KCAL's Natalie Brand has the latest.
A day after a cargo ship hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, the recovery effort resumed for the 6 construction workers on the bridge at the time of the collapse, including Miguel Luna, a father of 3.
These were fathers, and these were sons, and these were husbands.
FBI divers say the effort is very dangerous.
It's not a great spot for divers. It's incredibly black water.
Federal investigators have recovered the voyage data recorder from the ship.
It will provide us with a number of parameters, everything from location to positioning of the ship to speed.
Shortly before impact early Tuesday, the cargo ship Dolly completely lost power and control of its only engine. While the emergency generator kicked on, the engine appeared to remain offline. The NTSB tells CBS News the agency is looking at all possible causes as its investigation gets underway, including whether contaminated fuel may have caused the ship to lose power.
We've heard the reports. That's way too early for us.
Baltimore's Key Bridge is the gateway to the city's port, which generates more than $3 billion of annual business. It's the nation's busiest port for cars, trucks, and sugar, and directly employs more than 15,000 people.
It is going to lead to a lot of complications for our supply chain.
There's capacity at other ports on the East Coast to pick up the load.
The Biden administration says it wants the federal government to pay the entire cost to rebuild.
Natalie Brand, KCAL News.
The impact of the Maryland bridge collapse is expected to stretch all the way to LA and Long Beach. A logistics expert told us on KCAL Mornings that over the next